Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sumit and today I'm here with my new video in Salesforce integration topic. So the topic for today video is that how can we make a SOAP request, or you can say how can we test the SOAP request from Postman onto our Salesforce org. But before we dive into the main topic, and if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out our future content. So we will be going to cover in depth about the SOAP API. So this will be a multi-series video. I will be going to explain you the SOAP integration with Salesforce, testing using Postman in couple of videos. In today's video, I will show you that how can we test the connection. In second part, I will be going to show you how can we create a record, and then we'll see how can we perform the DML operation, how can we create record, how can we update record from by using SOAP API onto Salesforce. So first of all, in today's session, we'll see that how can we establish a connection, or how can we test the connection between integration testing connection between Postman to Salesforce using SOAP API. So how can we make a request to that? So for this, we required few informations. Number one, we required the credential, the username and password from our Salesforce org along with the security token. So if it has not, like if we haven't get it, if you have not extracted out, so we required first username, password plus security token and the connection and the registry, basically an account on a Postman for testing. So I'm on my Postman right now, and in this Postman, I just want to make a post request. Basically, I just want to make a SOAP API request to Salesforce. So for this, I need to initiate a new request, and method will be post request. So what will be the URL? So our URL will be https login dot salesforce.com salesforce.com/services slash soap slash c comma 49.0. That's the version. And along with this, we have to set the headers here. So first header will be content type. So the content type, because you know that in SOAP API, we used to mainly manage, we used to send the request in XML format. So text slash XML, dash slash XML. And one more parameter we have to pass here, one more header we have to create, that is called SOAP action, and the value will be deploy, because we are going to make a deploy to our SOAP. Now, for connection, we need to write a body. We need to add a body here, and in this body, first of all, don't forget to change this format from JSON to XML, because the content type will be XML, and here we have to write the complete format. So it should be, for your reference, what I will be doing, okay, let's write it so that we can understand that better. So XML version is equals to 1.0, 1.0. Encoding is equals to UTF-8. So that's a standard heading for the XML to start with XML. Then env colon envelope XMLNS. We have to include the libraries here. XST is equals to HTTP www.w3.org/2001/XML schema. That is the first library. Then XML NS colon XS com, X, com, XSI is equals to HTTP and HTTP www w3.org/2001/XML schema instance. And one more library I'm going to import, that is for XML ns:/env is equals to http://schemas.xml so.org/so/Angular. So these are the libraries we need to include. Now we are going to start with the body. So env:/body, and don't forget to close. So as you can see, I make sure that basically any tag which is open, so that tag should be closed properly. And in same manner, when we open this env body, so this need to be closed. So the best way to validate this XML, we can use online editors. So we can use online editors to write this code. But anyway, we'll do it here. N1 is the N1 colon login XML NS colon N1 is equals to URN colon enterprise dot soap dot sforce.com. Now we have to pass the username and password. So N1 colon username, N1 colon username. So we have to pass the username and password. And yes, this login also need to be closed. N1 login. This is important. That, as I mentioned, any tag which is open, that needs to be closed properly. N1 username and slash N1 colon username. Then we need password. So N1 colon password slash N1 colon password. Or you can copy paste that also. And body and envelope, it flows properly. That's fine. And here we have to pass the username and password. So let me quickly check my username, and I'm going to pass my password, and also we need to pass security token. So let's quickly check it out. What's the username? So I will be using this username. So that's my username, and I pass this username here, and my password is admin #12345 6. But along with the password, I need security token also. So therefore, I'm going to request for a security token. So just go to personal settings and reset my security token. Click on reset security token. So this will be going to send security token in my mailbox. So I'll just copy security token from there and paste it here. I'm going to paste my security token along with my password. So that's all we have to do. This is the connection request. And once this request will be authenticated by Salesforce, Salesforce will respond the session ID, and that session ID we can use further. So let's test it. So now I'm going to test it. And in order to test it, I simply click on send. When I send a request, when I make a request to Salesforce, you can see the connection has established successfully and we get the success message. And also there's a response. So in order to read this response, I'll copy this response and paste it somewhere in an online notepad. Or we can paste it somewhere in a notepad and we'll see how this message looks like, how this output looks like. So I'll just open a notepad, and this is how my application look like. You can see the response when I received. This is the response I received. So as you can see, this response, it contains HTML version, the SOAP env we have used, SOAP env body. And here it respond with the session ID. For the user ID, basically the response which we retrieve, which we receive from the Salesforce, it contain the detailed information about the user and the org. So you can see which user has requested it, my full name, my user ID, my language, locale, username, and all other detailed information I retrieve from here. So that's the way we can successfully test. We have successfully tested the SOAP request from Postman to from Salesforce to sorry from Postman to Salesforce. Now, in the next video, I will be going to demonstrate. I will be going to show you that how can we create new record into Salesforce, our object into a standard or any custom object by using SOAP API request from Postman. So that's all in this video. If you like this video, you can post your comment below. If you need more detailed information about the training program, you can reach out to us on the given numbers. You can visit our website for our training program, or you can write to us on info@aitech1.com. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.